and then we will take testimony. And here again, I'm going to go down the list. If you're going to repeat testimony, I see a couple of people on this list from Middleton, and so if you want to choose a person, if you want to speak to anything, we did not specifically set out the amounts for the historic societies of the county, the requests that have come in. We had a meeting last Thursday, and we pretty much discussed just the numbers that we were thinking. We also made some requests to make sure one of the gentlemen that was at the meeting asked the question if everybody was a 501c3, and so a letter went out to all of those that gave requests asking for their state nonprofit status. As I understand it, I don't see Zach. Where's our attorney? Oh, there he is in the back. That they have to have, before any monies can be given or expended out of that fund, they have to provide the information to the county commission that they are in fact a state nonprofit, at least listed as a state nonprofit in order to get funds. So that was a good question the other day, and that letter has gone out to everybody, and I think we've received most of the information back. But anyway, we've got Darren Taylor, who is the mayor of Middleton, up first. Are you going to be the spokesperson? And somebody can follow you if you don't say the right things, I guess.
Correct.
Let's see if we can cue him up for. Can you do it in 3 minutes?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Is this working? Okay, thank you, Commissioners. We will both be speaking tonight on different subjects, plus I'm the batter and she's cleanup.
Okay. Get a little closer to the microphone.
Okay, how's this?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Commissioners, through attrition and some items that have had more publicity, we believe that you've done a great job in ending up with good employees here at the county, so thank you. Good people, honest people, we like, and they make a big difference. Secondly, after listening to Mr. Wagner plus reviewing the proposed budget, it appears that all of the categories are appropriately apportioned from our perspective, ours, mine, and on behalf of the City of Middleton. We compliment the county's steps to have reductions in its budget. You are headed the right direction, and we applaud you. We recognize that it's not an easy task. However, as individuals, we've all had to go through it. As businessmen, we've all had to go through it, and we believe that you are too, so thank you. There is more to do. We hope to see more reductions in the future. When I say that, I'm speaking on behalf of taxpayers. I believe, based on my 10 to 15 years of fairly close monitoring and working with the county, that it is operating more efficiently today than it has in the last 15 years. So compliments to your leadership. I observe that on page 4, I'm sorry, one more thing. On the budget revenues, 8% is coming from fund balance, just as an individual and as a fellow elected official. I concur that that's something we'd sure like to have come out of there somehow. It's not good to rely on that. And just as a side note, we as a city and at the Highway District when I was there, we're not looking to federal or state funding anymore. Those days may be past for the most part. So thank you for balancing the budget with our anticipated revenues. Page 4, bottom item, Historical Society. We recognize the county as part of its desire to have the community be a livable community, a well-rounded community, a culturally enhanced community, provides resources for that. And to that end, we have $90,241 appropriated. We feel that that is appropriate when compared with the other categories. A couple of comments in specific about that money. I notice on the handout in back that it appears approximately or just over $1 million has been spent in almost 15 years on historic preservation. That may be enough.
You can finish your thought.
Thank you. That may be enough. However, it's 1/66th of the current budget. We believe it's important to preserve history. We, our city of Middleton, would like a chance to start that preservation effort. It takes money to do that. It can be as little as photos on the wall in our public meeting room, or something more significant like maybe Nampa or Caldwell. We realize the size difference in those cities. However, if the county decides that we're going to focus most of the money on the big cities around, then let's have a plan for those cities to accommodate in a master plan for historic preservation the smaller cities' historic aspects as well. Otherwise, some direct funding is needed. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next on my list is Becky Crofts. She's also from Middleton, and you're not going to say what he said, right? Okay. All right. And by the way, I should say that this is being recorded and broadcast on the internet live. It'll also be archived, so the camera's back there. Now, last year we broadcast live, the first ones in the state of Idaho to broadcast this budget hearing live, and we're doing it again this year. I don't know if anybody else in the state is doing it, but we just feel like the more people that can participate or at least watch, so I just wanted you to smile at the camera. How's that? It's back there. Okay. All right.
Commissioners, you heard my testimony. I believe it was earlier this week, or actually late last week on Thursday. So I won't repeat that. I just wanted to concur with what Mayor Taylor said. We are supportive of the budget that you've put forward. We are seeking some additional funding to continue the work that has been done in Middleton. We have some residents who've worked very hard to put together to the best ability that they have some historic preservation. There's a booklet that's been put together, and when we celebrated 100 years, they put together some stories of Middleton. We are hoping that you will support us in moving forward to build that plan further so that the citizens of Middleton, the students of Middleton, can continue to grow and understand the history that they came from. Middleton is the first city in Canyon County, and we're hoping to be able to help people understand the heritage that is there. So we request your support in moving forward and appreciate all that you do. Thank you.
Thank you. Lenny, Lucio. Okay, all right, so we'll take him off the list. And I wanted everybody to know, we put out these, the total funding since 1997. We wanted to put that out because we had that question last Thursday, and so those are the actual amounts that were paid out of the fund over since 1997, and there's an additional $32,000 that is going to be, it's probably already been cut, but it's going to go out, and that will finish up the payment for 2012. So that's the reason that's out there. Okay, and the next person on this list I have is David C. Miles. Yes, David, if is there a spokesperson that wanted to start off, or, I mean, you can certainly be the kickoff person. Okay, I just wanted to check. Is there a spokesperson that is not signed up? I've got, I'm not sure. Sharon Dowdle was another name, and I've got, I think this is this Eller? Oh, okay. Okay. Right, okay. So is there anyone that wanted to speak on behalf? If not, David, you're... Oh, Bob. Okay. Okay. You just need to be on one of the lists. Okay. Could we get that? Do you have a list? We got you. Thank you. Come on up, Bob. And I should tell everybody, just give us your name and your address and look into the camera. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
My name is Bob Wagner. My address is 8729 Deer Flat Road in Nampa. I am the president of the Canyon County Historical Society, but I'm speaking here for myself and not as a representative of the entire board of directors. I'm a volunteer. I'm one who's passionate about history, our local history. I'm shocked, saddened, and disheartened by the Canyon County Commissioner's actions to defund the Canyon County Historical Society, an organization that's been dedicated since its inception to preserving all of Canyon County's history. Is this really the way the Commissioners have decided to celebrate 120 years of Canyon County history, by defunding the main organization dedicated to preserving it? The amount proposed, $30,000, cuts our funding by over 60% and doesn't add up to anything close to what it takes to run 2 museums and pay 3 employees. Yet that is apparently all the Commissioners have decided to allot to an organization that has for 39 years been the central repository of Canyon County history. If the Commissioners follow through with their proposal, 3 people will lose their jobs and Canyon County will lose access. If the Commissioners wanted to fund additional projects, they should have come up with additional funds and not take funding away from the Central Canyon County Historic Organization. It's like having a family dog. You decide to get 9 more, but instead of buying food for all 10, you decide to take that original dog's food and divide it among the 10. None of them will be nourished, and all will eventually die. A museum in Middleton seems worthy, but I wonder about the Commissioner's motives behind giving 50% of the county's money to Commissioner Rule's hometown, the town which contains just 2% of the county's population. When the Canyon County Historical Society was formed, the society received $5,000 to help save the Nampa Depot. They didn't fully fund that worthy project, and it still isn't complete. We have to depend on private donations and grants to restore the depot as far as it is. This is also a worthy project that will take another $300,000 to complete. The Commissioners haven't offered to fund that project with county tax money. In April, the Canyon County Historical Society made a proposal to the Commissioners to coordinate with all of Canyon County's historical organizations and address their needs. This proposal has apparently fallen on deaf ears. We have 2 museums that Canyon County residents can be proud of, and our Nampa Train Depot is on the National Register of Historic Places. The Commissioners needed the Historical Society to help defend them against the federal government closing of Lake Lowell to recreational use. Now, as a result of your defunding decision, that type of assistance will no longer be available. The Commissioners are fond of telling the press and anyone who questions them about the defunding of the Canyon County Historical Society that they've given the society over $1 million during the past 38 years. That is taxpayers' money that's been well spent.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. David?